heard my cell phone's notification about this being on.
Oh no!
And
Oh no! Hello everybody, welcome back to Adventures in the TARDIS. Outside of the TARDIS, in the fog.
yeah.
We have had a possible tipping point last time. And I was tired. And now I'm even more tired. Because of weather.
I do agree that in the remaining of this chapter, that was the best point. It may have been early in the, but there's not going to be a better point.
Yeah, I am not saying that I'm gonna start finish this. And there might be some interruption from the signal because of other things. But we're gonna try to get as far as possible.
Okay.
Let me check if the signal is working properly. For now, the film is healthy. It has. Hopefully it stays that way. Also, come out of my mouth, you stupid gunk. Yeah, I have a something node. Yay! It's gonna be really nice to read like this. Not being able to breathe. But either way, once again, you can change the volume on your side, Quill. For us, it's not too loud. It's even probably not even hearable too much. Heads up, everybody! What's your impression of the sky? Of the hollow skins? In eyes beside the head that only this party can see. Alongside that animated image with another image, and a cluster of blue dots that represent the party. They have a heart. They have an RPG heart.
Thinking that when I wrote that too.
They are close together, but it is in the center of the square image. Many round rings are around them. Further out, they can see another cluster of grey dots approaching them. The grey dots represent unidentified targets. The whole image of the to carrying gesture to the other image beside her as she ends. As you can see, unidentified component. And you see is those approaching ahead of us. If that's right. Having slowed down her thought as she lied. I think I hear something out there, everybody. Stay on your guard. How many? And in which direction? Tana extra wing with no hesitation. Deciding to support her bluff, since she already made a move to preempt an explanation for that sudden rising caution. we are immediately going into more suspense, right?
I wouldn't say it's yes, suspenseful or the rather mysterious. It should be now.
Or just in between. We are teaming. Let's just say it like that.
Okay.
So we decide to ignore the virtual radar screen floating beside her, and the gesture mainly across from one direction. What is close to a 19-degree arc. Following the gesture, she said, "Somewhere in that direction, I think." So we listened carefully in an effort to insert a bit of truth into her bluff, but no way yet. Whatever is out there, they're making no sound, and therefore it's just too thick to reveal that from so far. If what is out there just happens to have a grayish-white color, then they will blend in the fog anyway. Suddenly, she decides to be a little honest as she goes on to announce, "I am not certain how many are out there yet, or precisely what they are, or what they are after, for that matter either."
Yeah.
For all we know, they might actually be police who are trapped in here and trying to figure out if you are friend or foe.
Yep.
For everyone who gets in the phantom floating color scheme, and the radar in particular, it is a great not have stopped advancing. It is and they are trying to figure out how they get another scene and want to go. As the argument is slightly, it goes loud. "Hello, my name is Tattoo, and I'm an agent of Shadow." Trying to mimic the doctor's voice in the meantime, right? "I am here in a joint rescue operation with the cooperation and permission of the Equestrian government." He is not lying at the moment. It is part of his job. "We bear you no ill will. Repeat, we bear you no ill will unless you are aware. Unless you do it for us. We are also prepared to defend ourselves if need be. Do you need assistance? I repeat, do you need assistance?" And the gators appear and they start chatting, "Exterminate! Exterminate!" Then I calls aloud. No, they will not start doing that because he has not even mentioned the doctor.
Yeah.
Then I calls aloud. Then gives a quick positive scan among his comrades nearby, by keeping his face in the direction of the nearby unidentified encounter. In his gaze, he tries to know when allowed to his policy. I said what I said because I want to establish that we are professional pretenders. The police who seem to have legislated to be here without panicking, but we can also defend ourselves if need be. For those who notice this expression, it is back to him, in acknowledgement, and the agreement with a silent cue. "You fool! You should have acknowledged it." Now I know that we are getting towards each other. But neither sees nor hears this, but the gate not ahead of them. According to the phantom radar beside them, not a spread apart. Seeing this, Dr. Guy started shifting gray dots into his brownish and bond. That's leading closer to the red dots and represent hostile target. Because this new formation is starting to resemble an attack pattern. Ah! Then shortly after the thin unknown parties around them, they follow one direction, the U-shaped pattern. something changes. They hear a click sound, which is immediately followed by a fast flying whistle sound. That's a gun, my dear. Just in the nick of time, comes some clawed hand snaps out, gets crossbow one. I mean, that is a gun. In the arrow, kind of. Almost like stabbing his head. It is just 6 inches short. After that, come down to that. His eye, one eye because the other one is missing. And he noticed the crossbow bolt closer to the chest, and the bolt into splinters. Right after that, something very unexpected happened. The small bolt that comes from courage and was raised into me. Seeing that Gob's eye exploded wide in shock, and he immediately revealed his new discovery with the rest of his friends. Also, yeah, you have to be careful if it's evaporating to meat. You should not touch that meat or inhale it. It can be poisonous. It is by the cage side of the last stage of the boat evaporating out of his left hand. The same shocked expression he already had aimed at his own hand, looked across his friend, as if to ask, "Did the rest of you see that? Crossbow won't ever fit in my hand. I am strong." The bandage had not on the arena scaled their shift all the way to Cape. Very well, message received. And I announced it calmly as he closed gravitation upon the mid, and a head rose out of it. After that, leaving metal leaked out of the upper end of the head. It formed itself into the shape of a rapier sword before solidifying and a gleaming silver blade. You mean Mercury? He further spun near his muzzle, facing upward, before having it quickly arced down. At his right, in a formal salute, with his weapon at his head. A god! My friend, what are you trying to do against Cosmo?
I recommend shifting to the action music now.
Yeah. It's funny enough, it's talking about already and soon.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see who the enemy is. A god! But for next in the explosive direction, nothing with a barrage of crossbow fire from within the fort. The front line allies counter in several ways. Serving is probably the most effective as she flies both of a large wing, but uses the wind to knock the projectiles off course. It events the fog somewhat too, but not enough to improve visibility much. He sent the fog rippers, billows and swirls, but remains just as thick. And probably reforms around them as well. Captain moves sludge that unwraps an iron chain from around his body. He started a quick spinning it in a large circle, intending to use it as a giant shield. Using it, he exploded the fact that the barrage of crossbow bolts in anywhere near his direction. Does he have a meteor hammer? Does it have a weight on the end of the chain? Or is it just a chain?
Yeah. So it's like some kind of hook.
Okay then, it is a meteor hammer.
Hmm.
If need be, patient out or changing the angle of the spin in order to be more successful with the next man on board. So if he sees, or actually he has mad enemies, he can literally have just as much range as they have. Depending on the size of the chain, or the length of the chain. Because he's strong enough to throw in that far and as fast. And I suppose it's worth to at least run away several crossbow balls near its position. Also disturbing and grab some in the head of him, fewer balls make it to his position. Especially with the second volley, since by then, the bolt has to get back most of his forward allies the fastest. The living people got a hemispherical bubble force field around the doctor and Murphy. The way the doctor stood immediately around Murphy, been defending them both at once, convenient. I mean, Phenomenon is capable of making a shield large enough to defend everyone. There is no reason for the others to go in the front.
If
But
only
sure,
could. It would cost more. It would cost more magic to cover a bigger area, though.
I mean, they can get closer to each other. They kind of spread out a little bit at the moment, from what I imagine. The Lucario was going to do something similar, but then she noticed Feather already had those two covered. She now looks at herself, followed by looking at Feather Wind. Understand that neither of them are magically defended. If that is the case, she decides to do that order for him. He lays a defensive shield in front of both of them. But I can see no reason why they are choosing to use smaller shield. Because if they want, they can reinforce that shield even more easier than spreading the defense around. Hey, so that's actually
Meaning instead of larger, make it stronger.
yeah,
Okay.
or they can layer it. Because it's easier to make more smaller shield than make a big one.
Yes.
Hey, that's quickly into his partner. Is currently beside him, even while he's been He? Oh, while Feather is busy concentrating on maintaining the defense, he is giving to Nerfy and the Doctor. In response to Cannon gives him a quick wink, and Lord calmly telling the data, going to the inside lens of hologlasses. Why did I say lens? Oh yeah, the laser lens. Inside the lens of her hologlasses. Somehow I mashed the two together inside of her hololens. You can tell I'm tired. Just to keep talking on the lollipop. Well, that is the road, hello. But you complain a bit, playfully. They said over his shoulder and nothing. Nothing? Can I use a Johnson tool to let them the mood? Ah, sure thing, Doctor. And then the enemy takes 1d for psychic damage from Mrs. Mercury. Because they started just dancing and making songs while they are being attacked.
Oh, be aware of this. After this paragraph, they are hearing music in the story too.
Yeah? The technology also being one of the transition. She was killed a second ago, but that is that she and the doctor are both being defended by medical force. That and the frontline allies seem to have a decent handle on the situation of the moment, even though they don't have hands. I
Actually,
mean,
one of them that kind of does.
one of them.
Yeah.
She did do what she knows best to improve their odds by launching into an uplifting song. It's not just morally comforting, but magically uplifting as well. And best as she can figure, this is the strongest contribution she can offer, no matter what's fast for the moment. She is the boss. He doesn't need to do anything else. The first Olaf in Mario song name takes place immediately. The courage is fortified, the organization is sharper, the hope is uplifting, and the terminology was faster. I mean, this is just because of the song, and this is the magical part. Right? After the third wave of missile barrages, that is of the aggressors change. That is George stays to end them. It means we serving a curve first. Which makes sense since they are on the forward line. What this aggressor looks like is murky, very large, and almost chubby with hyenas. I mean, are we serious right now? I was joking that they're gonna meet hyenas in the elephant graveyard. But more than members of the party community identified those set as walks. I mean, the walks are being born of hyenas, so Team police realized this also the news that these creatures could not have simply been the ones who fired the crossbow bolt a moment earlier. Surely those aggressors are holding back from charging. The hidden raider beside them appears to comprehend this. Moments before, one was almost holding down in on a serving position. They noticed back and its aggressor to have a bit of momentum. Yes, I may wait on the side too, after all. I see want something to help counter the war's forward momentum. You succeed too, though them are lost in the way. Instead just moves the knobs to the ground in a sudden death stop. Turn also curves her hand to the side to avoid the stepping jaw of the rock and leads her hand forward. And test it again the neck of the rock. Not to actually she now too close for the rock to hit her. With another bite again. And she bites his neck.
It's kind of like when a football player charges right into another of equal weight.
I mean, what I more likely imagine is this.
The oval football sport, by the way, not soccer.
This is what I more imagine. It's a well-known tactic in boxing, clinching, making sure that the opponent can't attack you while you are getting too close.
Yeah. Stormy was getting really close to make sure she's too close to be bitten.
She has surrounded the creature with multiple foes and giant wings. It's even to take a good wrestling horn. As I said, it is a well-known horn. Also, so basically serving use hug.
Yeah.
They pretty much ties her up with this one plan though. With the next attempt to charge past her, she manages to hinder it a bit by setting out her right hind leg. It manages to tip the next walk, who tries to charge past her and get to her. The ball tips to the ground and its motor slides a few feet. And comes to a stop directly in front of her, moving 7 meters with a graceful forward thrust of its floating medical APS run. You're like, oh, hello there.
Yep.
Custom is getting more effective in holding the front line. Instead of wrestling down one target, he's spinning his iron chain. He's not as effective in making the defense against projectile fire. If a wall hits it, it's making the way in the distant return, and super spinning rules blood damage. The spinning chain is also very wide too. It doesn't need to reach too far with left and right to ensure it saves whoever dares to fly past him. Also, yeah, he can just let go of the other end and breathe longer whenever he wants to.
Yeah.
So we can imagine him at this moment. Not most of the chain, not of it. I mean, the chain is kind of a bit in his hand.
Yeah, it is kind of, it's heavier though.
And he does use the technique, by the way. He does have the technique of spinning the whisper in front of him. There's no survey team with it, but the four shadows hate at him and attempt to bite him in the center of the spinning chain, but the momentum of the spin has the least impact. Oh, you dumb fool. You are literally making sure that he can just hold the other side of it and just... You are not moving anymore.
So that's a good call.
Realizing that, Cam changes his tactics and suddenly yanks the iron chain toward me with most of his hand. The way ends up biting on the chain instead of him. He ends up standing back on only a foot before he manages to endure the rest of the walk heading for momentum. At that point, there is a struggle, and the creature continues to try to bite forward, but the chain, which occasionally twists from side to side, was to hold the creature back. Stand yourself, my faithful companion. The sword laughing before seeing his sonic screwdriver in his mouth, does continue using it there. What he does with it is to protect his fear, grant him a solar vision. Then he closes his eyes to practice what he preached, with vision across several weeks, and that is to rely on solar vision alone. He might as well, since the fog is so thick. He knew he also needed to repair this in order to figure out how best to guide vision through this process. He is playing database right now.
Practicing what he preached.
Yeah? No, I mean, going his eyes, not seeing anything, only with through television.
Hmm.
While he had his select whatever busy in his mouth, he used the fourth front move to his back into his saddlebag and pull it out, of all things, a brown towel. This he used to throw it into Quill. The lamp is out as an incoming mark. There is a flinching because of that action, and also guided it to Sal's heart. The Thor steps out with his towel again, this time laying the creature's left forepaw. Laying the towel diagonally up, he ends up flipping the wire to his back. I mean, very unconventional weapon there, but sure, if it works, it works.
You notice he's been an unconventional tactician in the past too. I've seen him wield a spoon against another person with a sword.
The spoon is mightier than the sword. The music does little other than continue singing, and uses the thing to reach back into the saddlebag. The model of all things, a frying pan. I mean, that is actually a well-known weapon. That's not surprising to me. There's one thing that would surprise me. If she actually started cooking up some eggs or something in the meantime. It would seem more odd to the rest of her friends, were it not for the fact that they had seen her practice with the item across several ways. And bizarre as it may seem, that we were steadfast in her chosen tool for offense and defense. Because of her insistence, it found against her to give her more practice with the chosen item. Otherwise finding back in a mute figure during the time. I mean, you might think her, but it is an item that it can be used as a shield and as a blunt object.
I said offense and defense there.
I mean, if a thief or a burglar comes into your house and you are home, you should never reach for a knife or anything. You should reach for a pan, a frying pan.
Yeah, well, she did.
We know that
And
Nerf is
can probably use it for its traditional purpose too.
yeah, but I believe that Nerf is not willing to kill in a way. All she wants,
most likely right.
yeah, all she wants is to make sure that the enemy is not moving. Make them unconscious.
Well, sure the enemy's not threatening her friends.
True, yeah.
Kind of neutralize them.
But the moment she does not need to use it, because none of the marks get close to her, and it acts as a reminder to choose its position immediately in front of her protectively. He not trust her, but she is the least combat-oriented member of the party. Even Richard can probably kick more flags than the affair right now. Later even more. Though the right plan phase limited stamina would not carry her to for Arya. However, if the rapid regulatory is allowed to continue animating, then she can augment the strength of the rest of her party. In fact, she makes up for her own weaknesses by making everyone stronger, and she can do it, and must. The more allies she has, the more magnified her value to the party. Meanwhile, if she had to, she is not totally inactive in her chosen tool for offensive and defense. You get inspiration, and you get inspiration, and you get inspiration.
Yep. Inspired!
Halloween watched the co-star quietly mumbling to himself. Then even up because he someone going to a weapon, maybe he would be more effective with it. Uh, with it, if the start became anxious with something useful for combat. Maybe the function that could augment or could be scared with it too at the same time. I was about to say that maybe if it didn't need fire, it can heat up in itself. Like a self-heating frying pan. I did not say that part, by the way.
It makes sense, though. You can follow
Yeah,
that logic. The chain of reasoning.
I mean, if she made a fire and heated it up and made some eggs, and I said right now, then it would make sense. Now it would be a heated fire pan. I was in then, and I will privately mused that it was very interesting and amusing idea. For a moment, it seems as if nothing better than either for the wind or not to carry. Being in the backside is serving its purpose for the role in the party well enough. Though the task carrying ahead of the party is making it back to them. As a result, makes it easier for them to concentrate if need be. Especially when the pistol remains. We are concentrating very hard on Luffy being able to sing. It's humbling attention to me.
You can maybe imagine that a doctor could even enhance the effect with the sonic screwdriver.
Yep, he can. But we know that he's not using that for that number one.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they are doing nothing. I mean, especially holding himself tense and ready for each action. The possibility is for that, aside from raising an offensive barrier for them to end Luffy, is when he sees the Thunder strike down with a blow over Swan to his head, so leap up and try to attack the place again. This was very unexpected because they all told the marks was dead. Do we know how much rain? Wait, no. Something is holding one of them, so they do have a physical body.
Yeah. She's wrestling one of them down. And Curb is holding another back that's biting into his chain.
So they are on the board, basically. They might be formed of mist as well. But they do have bodies. They are basically shadow clones,
Okay.
from what I gather. And a very fast trained to work. He has enough education and training, no matter aim, and the skill to make the kill. This time, however, was not as effective as the party thought it would be. Now, if we think like this, then the weapon of choice is actually even more making sense. Because if you can't kill them with a knife to the heart or anything, the best thing you can do is make them unconscious. When the mark suddenly gets up and until the time again, another effective reaction is to shoot and take the home beam, blast that in. Then look to get your eye back down. But that's how the window is front from the throat of one of the beasts, and that's look at the opponent, who's down again, and looks back at the window in surprise. No, you should actually look at the beast that you actually just them to the throat. And You have a rapier. My friend, can you change the shape of your weapon into a sword instead? So it will be good for cutting. But it seems like they are getting off every time you stab them.
It's probably both. It's bladed on the edge, but really pointy at the tip.
Yeah, but you can't use a rapier to cutting.
Usually not. It depends on the specific one.
What I mean that you want to dismember them instead of just having them. The modern fellow just showed now got out in the light. They got my copy gun. Apparently the blast is not strong enough for this meat. The thing is, that means artist will like back as he gathers more energy to his horn. Then when he stands forward, I see urging the much stronger across the beam. It's a instant blast. As we know, in a zombie apocalypse, you want a weapon that is more blunt, or is better at cutting than stabbing. And these enemies look like they are acting more like zombies than other creatures. This time it posed enough energy that will seriously injure the normal body, or maybe it will temporarily stun this creature. It says if it is really strong. The note is the mirror hits the war's face and makes it push it back. But then the war leans forward and tries to push back with its own face, and the cursor stream of the beam, and pure 75. Great! They are all even resistant to magic. Louis II sent his sword to the war side eye, which ends up stabbing out the left eye, the side of the war cheek. Then of the thrust to the pierce to the creature's brain again. This time, the brains continue to monitor this over to study how effective the attacks really are. I mean, if they don't regenerate, stabbing their eye out can be effective.
Yep.
But later, not only does he realize his brain is not having any real effect against his creature, but on the other work, he says too the souls get back up too. But the creature's soul is now here as well. Oh, they are regenerating as well. Okay, I guess the mist or the fog that they are in is regenerating because they are made of that substance as well.
That could be, yeah.
Now, having the tools out there is especially important. They have to have some kind of core. Let's just say that. They definitely have a core. You have to find it in their body somewhere. The next time. Yeah, that's actually the kind of thing I can make them meet. They are slimes made of fog, and no matter what damage you do, they are gonna keep performing until you destroy their core.
Well, the crossbow bolt that was shot earlier, that Kirk caught, he crushed it and it turned into mist.
Yeah? But we destroy the core as well. Well, this is interesting. I'm telling you, get some new surprise. But then grab some had nothing similar at all. When the war he previously surrounded with, he changed tactics, again, by knowing the chain closer to his chest, and thus allowing the war to reach closer, but then allow the war to get closer for something else. Sure, we can have that, but lowering the volume. Also, I have to mention, we are having each stand as the music provided.
I didn't see the 10, but I think I did see the logo for the Yeez.
Yeah, it's X. Basically, a one stand. Luckily for us, the Falcom is actually nice enough to let us use the music as a fair use. We are
Okay.
not commercially using it, just reading over it. Captain is kicked out with his left cover hole, which was totally with the box cover. They made it so strong, launching the large beast, a foot on the ground. It falls by loud grabs from his chain around the box's head. They yank the chain taut. The black Minotaur also pulled the head up. As a result of all this, he manages to crush the upper half of the box's head with his chain that compensates it off.
You were kind of talking about that earlier.
Yeah, you have to dismember them. As badly it sounds like, that's what you can do. But there was a work faster than the Minotaur's foot. He watched it for a moment, the Minotaur in his eye, but he hit everything off from above the bottom jaw of the rock. But the upper edge of the rock's head, these mist is blood. Yeah, they are definitely made of mist, we know that. As he continues to watch, he sees the upper half of the rock's head form. This is by having entire head changed into mist. They shape into a fuller intact head, therefore with no apparent injury anymore. In the process, the government is enough to say that the entire mass of the rock was slightly smaller, and the creature reformed in its head. So yeah, that actually proves to me that they are actually using their own mist. That means they definitely have a core.
Mist clone jutsu.
Mm. So there's our work right there.
Hmm?
Also, that's thing neat.
That shot was in the fog too.
Yeah. You have some silently reported information to Lee through the transitory window. But as per Lord of the account team, he sent a message only to Lee. Oh yeah, he can talk to Lee. I forgot about that part that he can speak to Lee. Capsum, you actually broke your law at this moment. You might have forgotten, but Vision is actually interpreting everything you say.
Right. And whatever he shares to Salazar, he's not forbidden to spread to anyone else.
True. But once again, Vision saw the message first, before Salazar. But sure. That's like, once again, we are looking at the telephone collection, that the call center actually heard everything that you were talking about in the early stages of telephone.
Well, according to what you said, Belladina would be on the deal too.
Yeah. Next, capsize a new experiment. This is a slower hoof that something super hard in the middle of the wall's spine. Part of discussion. You have to keep it there to pin the creature onto the ground. After that, he raises his iron chain around his torso, until it gives to itself with a gripping hook on one end of the chain. After that, he pulls out a spin scimitar that bends down and starts cutting his opponent into pieces. He makes it so small that it becomes just a small rock. Ah, can we keep it, master, please? It's so cute.
He carves it down until it becomes adorable.
Yeah. And then more rapidly enough to blur. Despite the speed, the size of each side remains so strong. It covers a little side chunk with each slash. This will get even further obscured from the other side, with a little mist leading out of the creature. What are these things? Something complete, but I still wrestling with her one opponent. The zombie? So much about no. Is that this creature's neck and spine? Off another time already. Why won't it die already? Also, my voice is going away. Because they are not anymore. Then I realized I see needs to step back, and then two opponents who now right and flank him on the opposite side of him. Nor are they not either. Despite the huge possibility of the graveyard. Here, the element of meat monsters. These hamsters and the opponents from the backside. I can. Whoa! Yeah, you can move. Yeah, don't forget about the element in the micro. They have a front line and backline too. Other than the first barrier. This episode conjured by Dr. Kennedy. If we see anything, just in time to look on more out of possible mods. Yeah, as I imagined. And then until I said that, don't forget about the backline. Possible mods. Enough of the mods came in, and it would have started the wars too. But it seemed that the Seal Austin Archer no longer care about the fact. I mean, if I had an unkillable army, I wouldn't care either. We know for a fact from Deadpool that all that are fighting very differently than how the monsters are fighting.
Yep.
They may have been aware how few times projectiles would have been against the Wars all along, and the only reason they had back this long was to consider the fight from the Time Walker's party. However, now that the Allies are starting to realize more what they are up against, not just probably feel they no longer have point on considering this fight. They are now firing indiscriminately on the flexibility of the Rotor's shield. They did weaken a bit, expand in some areas the Rotor's carriage portion. On the field itself, but against all the barriers fell, as her penetrating shield. And don't forget they are regenerating mana as well, probably. Because of the pistol.
It didn't say it's regenerating mana, it's regenerating stamina.
I mean, they don't have mana per se in this one. They are more likely using their stamina. Medical. Yeah, it seems to me they are more likely using their stamina than their actual medical powers.
Well, there is an example in the show that supports your argument. Like when Twilight fought Starlight for a while, and they both got exhausted, and
Yeah,
he saw them, he panting because of that, and their magic was much weaker accordingly, too.
they most had 2 points of exhaustion. In fact, on the corner from the side, his melee partner continues to remain eerily calm. While it is true that nothing strong is happening to respond to this fear, I'm not saying they're correct. The candy appears utterly immune to any frustration or fear of the situation they are facing. I mean, sure, you might have figured it out already or just figuring it out at the moment. Remember, the trolls are out there taking the situation.
Yep, it can continue to scan.
He continues to quietly analyze everything in front of her and remains prepared to act. Incoming, the sky collects herself one spot to her skin. Then starting in at 3 and 9 o'clock. From Tuesday, they are using a pistol attack.
Right.
Getting under the arena, the possibility this is true. And they really surrounding them in a new formation before this matter even started. And then, some of them joined in and revealed themselves to be war. And that's continuing to hold back. Apparently some of them are the hidden archers. Now, however, a few who had not are closing in from present position, attempting to plan the party from both sides, while they are still busy dealing with the boss and defending themselves with archer fire. I mean, not really archer fire, they are crossbow fire, but sure.
Yeah.
You don't have to be an archer to use the crossbow.
What would a crossbow be instead of archery? Or the act of doing that?
I mean, the real reason they use crossbows was because they didn't need that much training to use it.
Considering what kind of ammunition they got too, it's debatable how much ammunition they might have.
They have infinite amount of ammunition for now.
It might be.
Or, I mean, I think they don't have infinite amount, but they do have a very lot. Close to infinite.
Maybe you
Then
could say a subjective amount.
it depends if they are using the own body from the mods or are they using the fog.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if they are shooting one mod, they are becoming smaller with every mod fired. It can be
Maybe,
possible.
Yeah.
Those who are incoming eventually reveal themselves to be very broad humanoid. Those of these creatures are mostly at the front, and the others continue to further back, which end in a horse-like highlight, and horse tail and the very rear. So they are centaurs. And the opposite of the creatures almost resemble a human, and they are grey skin and have thick hide. The heads are like rams with cursed horns. They are chatting in the party with large hammers and ready.
Tirek proves that this race exists in that world.
But they are not fully centaurs. They are. I don't know the name of it.
Tyrek also has horns.
But yeah, they are this kind of centaur. Go centaur this. Oh, they just call them centaur. Ah, the Cyprian centaurs. There we go. But no, they are Moorhorn. So yeah, in Greek mythology there were the normal centaurs and there were the centaurs with horns. They are different. Just like the cane and the unicorn are different. They are different as well. Either way, they are not those creatures either. They are just mist creatures. That doesn't really matter. Right? I mean, we don't know if these ones are mist creatures or not. We haven't tried fighting them yet. There might be rare creatures in here as well. These things really matter. Not to exactly about why he says that with one opponent, of whom he keeps looking overbalanced with clever uses of his power. I mean, I believe your tower won't be enough for these creatures. For the centaur. Until Feather Wind shoots a very large homing blast to the creature, this time be powered up enough to make a shot designed to be absolutely lethal to any creature. It shoots a beam so thick it blows on the boy's head, neck, and 40% of its torso. The creature collapses down onto the ground. Now with that you might have actually crushed the core, depending on where you hit it. But I don't believe that you can use so much of that beam. It just was exhausting to follow it. Yeah, I imagine so, yeah. Here will make 2 or 3 or more of these. And how many elements do you have for 2 or 3 content?
Yeah.
But it is clear that the much power in this shot would likely defeat the remaining multiply. Oh, you didn't do correct, Mara. He wanted to get rid of that opponent for the Doctor and nothing once and for all. But at least that's how effective he can be against the creatures effectively. I mean, it is gonna be about when Dr. Kelly is saying that, oh, they are vulnerable in one particular point in their body.
Basically, that was an experiment, just like what Kerb's doing with his opponent in a different way.
Yeah?
To see what does it take to really keep these creatures down.
Everything. A normal, just like a PS5. The Doctor and the bit observing on. So that he may start to become missing. That is from the creature. Only it is much smaller this time. Now a question. Do these creatures need to breed?
Possibly not.
I imagine
no more
not.
Than maybe a slime would. Yeah. And if undead was correct, again, the answer would be no. Or at least normally.
No, I do believe they are not undead. They are creatures. They are creatures formed over mist. Some have a core. But that does not mean that they don't have to breed. And we know the Parliament has control over the air. You can try.
From what it seems to me, Naruto's clones do need to breathe, even though they're actually made of pure energy.
Yeah. You see the idea of what is going on? So I just detected. Who was to fight him, trying to charge at him together. But I using the telekinesis to make one toss as well as the joints of the highlight of one's kitchen. Louis showed face that kitchen of man. As a result, it collapses and slides across the ground again. But I suppose that has his foot into the hand of the other opponent. But he uses the exact portal this time. Made the toss, his whole 1 minute looking in the other opponent of man. The rock did not even attempt to defend itself. Instead, the sword tried into open gaping maw. He just tried to bite down then, but suddenly grew a large shotgun. The blade is mouse from further advancing down the blade. Oh, so you can change the shape of your sword. As I said, you need a great sword or at least a long sword to decapitate them.
It took the form of a whip last time when he was engaging the cat scratch gang.
Yeah, but that was only just a leg, basically. So they both have a whip. Also, while the sword remained within that kitchen's hand, he had the liquid metal changed into liquid. Shoot out of the kitchen's hand and made a lot of metal spike. The active side forward back and ended up ripping the kitchen's entire hand off. Okay, they started hammering, so if it can be I can't do anything about that. This is stuck in the sword due to many levels of spike. Using the test, twist the mouse and using it to mash its other opponent alignment down. While doing that, the sword is right shoulder to observe the result of the opponent. Opponent hears the hand off. Doing so allows him to notice it does collapse, and it is briefly unconscious. While my child is missing, I start to reform, it's missing a bandage. Sarah notes in private understanding. Yeah. We are going back into the barbarian. You might have defeated me, but my form will always perform.
Yeah.
Well, the central accusation side grabs up with the hammer upon the animal. He was like eyes widened in astonishment, but the attack appears to have no other effect on the giant minotaur, acting to piss him off. Grabs up left his right, catching the eye and the centaur, before launching his right arm out to take the centaur by his throat. Not only does Grabs crush that throat, not only does he lift his opponent off the ground by its throat, but comes around into the throat as well. So the centaurs are either smaller or the same size as Crab. Otherwise he wouldn't be able to lift them up. But Crab crawling into the throat as well. What should have been blood leak out is missing that. Okay, this proves that they are mixed creatures as well. Using his tiny grip, grabs some tossed his opponent not away in the direction that he was initially Scrub's left. From there, Sam said no to the ground and told it there as Scrub charged forward. Gavsam ended up laying the word across the ground, very hard, and another sent no flash over the side as he shot it. He created a massive car across the ground as he continued. We have seen this move before.
Yeah.
In the vampire. I don't remember the name of the story, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. It's a pretty brute combat style. And this is a chapter that finally proves that Curb's intimidation isn't just for show. I've seen maneuver like this in some fighting games too. Typically by very big opponents.
I mean, that's a mission move as well in Tekken. When they are just grabbing someone and just pulling them along the ground. I will not find it if I want to.
The upper paragraph said that the centaur had goat-like eyes, so that proves it doesn't look human.
Yeah, they have human-like body, but they have fully goat head, probably, I assume. So it's not finished. Later he charged the other way intercepts one more opponent, so charging toward the party from the other way. The last thing that most of the party see of their rampaging military friend is Gareth's shining black horn impaled into the shoulder of another centaur, by sending his first opponent to the earth. By then, Gareth's opponent becomes about 60% of his first opponent, out of physical existence. And it's gonna become easier and easier to pull that little minotaur into the ground because it's getting smaller and smaller.
Yep.
Having barely managed to kill the first and only opponent so far of her. Barrel of her rear hind leg. Wow. The barrel of her rear hind leg kick that is flying about 8 feet away despite its heavy weight. On its walk immediately lands on its paws and races back towards the wing, launching it away. His tension like a slingshot. So it lunged right back at her with suddenly speed. I'm laughing because of this. So here's our mark at the moment.
Yeah.
You know why I'm laughing.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers for Hunter x Hunter. I mean, it's not spoilers, it can be anything. I could refer to anything in number one. Not saying anything more. If have hit with its purpose and might too, if I did not use its magic. Flip the creature. By then, Pedro had learned to be more conservative with his magic. This direction didn't prevent even one opponent from getting below, but it was smaller because of the shot. These tools further to realize that these opponents are not really regenerating, but reforming themselves using the remaining muscle left to them. Yeah. It also means they have no vital organs at all, despite appearances. You don't know that. It doesn't organ, but in truth they are all just misconscious, temporarily holding a solid form. Once again, you know. I don't know. Let's see that go Massive.
What?
I don't think he's not going Massive, right?
No, probably not. Oh, well, maybe a little bit. They did have an educational and magical background.
I think Golem, no matter what they are made of, has to have a core that they are from the ground. And they are just Miss Golems, from what I gather.
Yeah, if they're golems, then you're probably right. They should have something holding them together.
You just have to find
Probably
it.
inside of them. Yeah.
The more that teams try to stop near something. I haven't imagined the lack of the creature of that. They get back up. But she only knew by then every physical effort she had made against the opponent had been useless. Not for Suma, but stopping his moves not just hinder the opponent for long. We see that our slightly more effective because at least it's 2 minute attack pattern of the flash. Let's see what the next music is. Yeah. Around the same kind of music.
Actually, yeah, it sounds very similar to the last track.
The sea attacks appear to be the only two effective strategy against them. And for it to work, the trajectory of the flash has to be signed off at a time. Or that will dissipate some of the flash. But they can keep on fighting, albeit smaller and smaller, until they are entirely evaporated. Can you entirely evaporate something? Or they are gonna be just small enough to not be able to attack. I mean, it is like the cheese, the infinite cheese, like that. You can only cut off halfway maximum. Will you eventually finish all the cheese? No, you will have a small piece each time. So for one the party has observed, only some has been too effective against them on a physical level. But I started to adapt. By now, he transformed the silver weapon into a long thin wire. He uses this wire to wrap one around one opponent at a time, then send them one by one. A piano wire. And the wire weapon and the model is so thin and sharp that it slices through them. When that happens, every mother part that crafted in pieces evaporates in seconds. And then he comes to the wind's mind. Until now, he paid very sharp attention to what was going on around them, so he standardized and he made the handy correction. But a feeling suddenly washed over him. A feeling that got him into action. At the same time, the wind blows to him. Maybe the idea came from the wind itself. If that is true, then it is a true wind. The one from nature, then the first pretending to be part of nature. But if true wind can come in, then there is a way out as well.
There's at least movement within the fog.
Yeah?
The ability to be so, yeah.
Having new looking over that nature does not communicate in words. It probably do. I they are nature spirits, and even then, only some of them are cognizant of their existence. Even if a similar level as mortal bodies, the rest of nature is far more ethereal, and from that level, only emotion bridges the gap between mortal and itself. It is never the words, I want you to do this, and here is how you do it. It gets more the feeling of being called to the action, and then the image comes to his head of what the action looks like and how it is done. It
Oh man.
is.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
It's a normal, it's fine, it happens. Almost like watching a stage play, or somehow more involved in trying to record a memory than what you was forgot. When it happens, Hanabi goes through another flashback to a moment when he was attacking to Vision. While they were standing in space, and the planet floated aimlessly. They were outside of the ship, and from there, Vision told Hanabi for the first time that his instincts are almost as keen as hers. He just needs to listen to it, and trust it more. That basically makes this idea wondering if he can really do it. He and his friends are still in the middle of battle though, so he knew we can't remain this for long. I mean, no, you can remain this for long because thinking in the free action and talking in the free action in the ending, you are still in the same turn. So Kelly, please cover me if necessary. That's what I've been doing so far. Hello, with express as he bent down and focused his magic on the laser crystal. Oh, so you are using some of the energy stored. Oh? Sure. You kindly accept and leave the eyebrow as for the win. But what are you going to do? I just need some time. And the urgently expressed. Please help me. I know this will help us if I succeed. Alright then. So here I can accept. I almost finished with my scan anyway.
Which tells you she's up to something.
Yeah? It will be too late. Anyway. As Kelly looks back at the battlefield. From a perspective, she can see an outline of every member of the party, even if they are otherwise not visible due to the fog around them. There is a communication crystal embedded into the flesh of each of these volunteers, and that is providing valuable feedback. Aside from that, she is the droid scanning the opponent as well. So not only does she see video game-like stats for each of her allies, but most of her opponents as well. There is an outline around her opponents too, but in this case, they have to remain in the droid scanning range to hold that outline. All of this information is being displayed on only her side of her hologram. As she continues reading them at her pace, and accounting for rapid eye movement, she slowly switches to the step of the laptop, from the right side of her mouse to the left. Then suddenly, the sky pops up at the whole image of her skin displayed to Salazar only, the leader of her party. For him, he eventually said, I completed most of my skills by now, and thus ready to participate in more direct action at this time. And when I do, I can aim it into some precision. Do I have your your permission to start executing some of the opponents. The amazing fashion Dr. Kelly and the surprise look that are assigned by the same method. Only she sees a image of him as his regular copy checks with her. It's just executing them against your hypocritical oath. A hypocritical oath. No, because they are not part of nature. They are created. They are golems. And if you can execute them, that means you found their core.
Killing him is like trying to destroy a statue.
Yeah. This guy implies ritually. Also, because they are, I assuming they are golems, they are created, and they don't have their own thinking, their own soul. They are literally just following orders. This guy implies ritually. In this case, no, they are not here. I would no more break my oath against them than the idea of killing an immediate character. They are just puppets or the thing controlled by mirage. In fact, seeing them out is now actually upholding my oath, since we so happy to defend what is truly alive around here. It will save me less healing work later if I prevent the damage in the first place. I can do that effectively and as well as passively. So the criticality in this case is more like the paladin in this theme. I will laugh if she uses smite. Which she can. Or at least something very close to it. I never had an opportunity to go all out in this situation without making my own. And since I completed myself, I can do so efficiently as well. So back to my earlier request. Would you allow me to assist you all in selling this task? If you can do so safely from the backside, then yeah, certainly. That is much completely welcomes. I must admit, this method is longer than I anticipated earlier. I mean, yeah, you didn't expect them to reform all the time.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I look forward to seeing what you can do, and what you have in mind. Yeah, I look forward to seeing what you can do when you take off your limiter.
Yeah.
Done! You make your test him in a total of finality. And the world the opponent turns out was suddenly mid, is impossible for some reason. This phase is based in an orb-like force field that originally started in the opponent's body and grew outward, just exploding everything around from the inside. Yep, that works. If you take literally overframe them, sure. Before realizing it, they started out flashing Dr. Kelly and made the look of shock. For that, and not potentially accidentally tipping Mirage off who cast that spell. When it comes to these sentences and realizing this mistake, he managed to also share across the rest of his party, the same way. And if he can not identify who might have done that, or the National League is no longer out for the win, since he is the other unicorn of the party. I mean, Featherwind can do the same, if he wants to.
And if he knows how.
What? Yeah, we might add a new first friend or he should have landed into not easily as solid as her previous vacation were. It's all composed of many hexagonal patterns, but some of them are closer or further away, depending on one's perspective. None of the hexagonal patterns were adjacent to each other. The ones that would have been are either from the back inside the sphere or further out. Instead of using the sky spinning the arm, it spins faster and faster. The plan of as if to vanish in the fog. The shots might later random fade away one by one on the hidden radar in the skin, and the spinning arm full of mismatched hexagonal patterns and effectively turned into a rapid spinning ball of blades. Wow! It escapes around, then looking back at the sky. Remind me to never piss you off. Don't worry, I won't kill you. But Commander together means refreshing the doctor a small kid. He continues to concentrate on floating the arm to each target as he scans out them one by one. It is harder to focus on feathers after looking at started doing that, but he is trained mate, so manages to hold on. So far he managed to pull off a tiny copy of the red crystal, then place it on the ground. Use the tiny copy as a scene, as well as of his next enchantment. So it, he falls in love for his girlfriend, and willing the scene to grow. He often visualizes the goals of the crystal lattice that the crystal sage told him to do these last few weeks. Considering this is the first time he had done this in the real world, as opposed to the virtual environment within the last crystal, he marvels at how well his project is going. The energy he is pouring into the new machine is getting absorbed flawlessly. Right now he feels totally inspired. The sensation is kind of reminds him of the day and the feeling that he marked first awakened. And don't forget, nothing is continuing singing at the moment. That is also inspiring you.
It's certainly helping his concentration.
As a result, the scene grows and changes form. At the same time, the man he means to imbue this thing with, he sinks in like a sponge, absorbing water. And notice, he is already done. Oh my, one more shit than you. Wasting no time for the guys on this pathway. Coming, here, catch, put this on. And I've been targeting new products as something, so it began to work faster. He must have a bit of the wind behind it, but it's no task. Despite all of that, I've kitchen intimate is. I mean, nah, he has been in a board game, softball game.
Read the next sentence.
He is a football training, and we find effective to get like that. I mean, I imagine the professional footballers are throwing faster than you.
That could be.
That she examines what she called. Looking about it, It looks like something about a person given her on Tarzan's whole name. But this looks like not another really heart-shaped symbol, but a sign of her home, to armor. Ah, so it is, an expression lawyer, match. If you know what I mean. Michigan. You know? Also, this is not a small one. Move to ammo. Yeah, so on this side?
Well, picture a horse leg from hoof to elbow.
That's
Elbow.
what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be smaller. We don't actually, we never knew how big a
Oh, and
pony.
her hoof and elbow, and she's a larger pony than normal.
Yeah, but still we don't know what a normal size pony is. In human right? What we know, they can be like 10 meters high. To us, we are not in the same universe. Then half turns her head back into her boyfriend, and making most of her focusing on one opponent. She has been thoroughly win this entire battle. It's a lack of efficient tactic and particular time of opponent. Just further over the shoulder. What is this? A shield! I mean, yeah, that makes sense. And the other, it will protect you. Also, it adjusted with my love for you. And I thought it with some of the motive energy I saw in the crystal. And positive energy would be natural antecedent of what these things are. I mean, no, they are not undead. Then I in amazement. He cried out, "Yes, son, put it on and use it against them. Bullshit against them. Use the pointy end of the heart-shaped point thingy. Stab them." I mean, yeah, it might actually work, but sure. Something is momentarily stunned by the implication of what they are saying. You know, first you should have given me a sword. Yes, enough, her man also doesn't like her, but she was a new apparently adjacent item. The one keeps looking back and forth between the new item and her face. It keeps telling them to attack her. Everything is now afraid of her. Also, wasn't something hugging one of them to begin with?
Yeah, that's no longer true, but yes, she was. That's the one that's now cautious of her.
I think this gives something a sort of confidence. It's not a victory on the shin to find a way to exhibit. You find there's a sword on one side of the shin. Following your point, it suddenly dawned on her that the shin is kind of reminds her of her own kitty mark. I don't know what you are talking about. Right? For a moment, she considered putting her foreleg to the top, and then into a to her, and she had another option. Instead, she moved her left wing to the south. Now you can sigh. The rock crawled back slowly, while carefully examining her. My turn! Having a child with a son of Sarah confident. I think she knows she leans forward and uses her remaining free wing to extend her job. To land on top of her opponent. And plunging the pointy end of her heart-shaped shield into the creature. Oh no. 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 I had a mad image in my mind. You might know what I'm thinking about. On the other hand, we have a one-winged angel having someone from above. And most, what I said is what's happening right here. We are starting using one wing to fly up high. It evaporates immediately upon contact. It was a part of the flat end of the shield, and the creature commanded to dissipate into mist. Also, yeah, it is a spoiler, but not really, it is a very old game. Everyone knows this by now. Even the ones who haven't played it. It is also the first time in this matter when they witness a bit of different reaction. The part of the creature that were made in the mist was actually black mist at first, but it turned white, and it continued to spread out. So also purifying.
Yeah, the magic used to gather and create the mist constructs was made of dark magic.
Yeah. And I assume the black mist is actually the core. As seen, something using her new pride to match the creature over and over again. I mean, funny enough, it is none actually smite.
Yeah.
It's a purifying strike. Honestly, something using her new pride to match the creature over and over again. Except that he does so, the shell takes the eye to the creature for luck when swing. It's almost like nothing ties to it until mashing. It feels more like mashing and making more than actual cloud. In seconds, King is victorious. By Celestia, Panomin, something said in a tone of amazement, as she looked around him, with loving tears in her eyes. I love you so much for this. Imagine if the creature did not, was not missed creature. And something was, saying this, looking like this, what is her name?
Just covered with dripping blood or something.
Yeah, just imagine this. Covered fully in blood. Also, that was a lot of bad thing, by the way. He must be feel so relieved by giving out all the pent up anger that she might have had. Halloween collapses into a sitting position as the director of this encounter more fully catching up to him. Almost matter-of-factly, he whispers, "You're welcome," and has the ability to her to the wind. Since he knows his normal voice doesn't have the time to carry it as far anymore. You have another option, Panomin. but sure.
Yep.
And somehow, we actually finished the chapter.
Yeah.
Although my voice is giving out any second.
You can probably see by now, the point you did stop at was the best stopping point.
Yeah, I mean, that was
Other
the
than
only
the
stopping
fact,
point to begin with.
yeah.
But I can understand that tomorrow, my sister is coming, so I will not be available. So there is no reading tomorrow. So the next one is gonna be in for 5 days.
Can you send up the video up and then send the link to me so that I make sure I set my alarm for the correct date?
Yeah, for it's gonna be Wednesday, Thursday in between. When do we actually start for your time? Is it midnight? Or is it
Close. It's 11.
11? So for you it is gonna be Wednesday 11 p.m.
There was times that it actually was midnight when we weren't quite synced up with daylight savings.
Yeah. So for you it is gonna be Wednesday 11 p.m.
Okay. What'd you think of the chapter?
I'm curious. I'm still curious about this K chart. We have not proven that they don't have a core, but they can be purified, and they can be purified. I mean, that's one way to defeat them.
And in doing so, it tells you a little more about what they are.
I mean, yeah, by selling them to little pieces, then you are definitely destroying their core if they have one.
Supposedly, the scepter she's crafted is the thing that's created the mist out there, and some of that is more condensed to make those little golems. So,
Yeah.
dark magic was responsible for creating the mist, so therefore the mist construct should be made of the same thing, but more solid.
Now for the win, we have to make a weapon for each of them. He can do that.
I thought for a second there I thought you meant something stupid, like make one shield for each mist golem that's out there in the fog.
No,
But
for
no,
one
you meant
people,
one
member.
item for each of them party member. Yeah.
I mean, they won't be as proficient as with solving because of the love linking them together.
Mm-hmm.
But he loves each of them. I know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I now imagine nerfing with her little heart-shaped pan.
Oh, that'd be cute.
But yeah, you are not even getting closer to the enemy, even though you have meat to defeat them. You are exhausted already, and Mirage has definitely gotten some information out of you.
Yeah. Yeah. That information went both ways, right?
No, it's only one way you have not gotten any information out of Mirage.
And she
might
shouldn't have
have
been
a
privy to
lot of
their.
info. Yeah?
She shouldn't be privy to their mental / digital conversation.
Yeah. But she knows about this now. She might have known about this.
But everything they did and everything they said, is something she could have observed. Which is possibly the point. You could actually imagine that the Mist Constructors sent them as a test. Kind of forced them to use some of their abilities so she can observe them and prepare for it. And likewise, they're more prepared for the threats that's thrown against them too.
I mean, there is one problem that I really have forgotten.
Hmm?
Mia can turn into anything.
Right.
And so, for all they know, Mia might be already inside the TARDIS. Imagine she's turning into part of the mist, part of the fog, and sleeping right
It
into the
slipped in
TARDIS.
when it slipped in when they opened the door.
Yeah?
She should not be able to get in when it's closed, but they had to open the door to get out.
Yeah? They open the door. She could have done the same what they did with the trolls. An invisible thing going in.
Well, if she is inside, then uh, Vision might be able to sense that, and Belladina might be able to deal with her. But she's emotionally fragile. She is not fragile in every other way, though.
I mean, there's a possibility that she might have already taken over them and continue to uh, continue the broadcast in between
Made
them.
them into spawns? That's highly unlikely in Belladina's case.
I mean, Madeline doesn't need to be in there, but Vision doesn't need to be in there for the.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
But it will probably didn't happen. Just a possibility.
This is one of the rare, fully action-oriented chapters. Well, once the battle started, anyway.
Either way, next time we are gonna have a brief race fight. After the brief race fight that I'm not training.
Did you have hidden text here?
The training games wasn't the hidden spot.
Okay. All right. Well, that's kind of true. Sort of what happened here. You stepped into her arena.
I don't have anything yet right now. We will think about that later on. But either way, thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time.
Bye bye.